Don't expand your team.
Like sacrificing your life to them.
Don't run TOT so that he can be the best always.
你知我識講廣東話冇
I didn't know you have this hidden talent.
Today I show it to you.
I think Singapore
More Asian than
more
Hong Kong.
Asian than Hong Kong. I'm not trying to say anyone
What are
out.
you saying?
We all know that's a long question. Am I going to give an
It's a
hour
monologue
speech?
now. It's a monologue now.
Our name is Big Dick Energy.
And it has been growing very well. In fact, too well.
So glad that AWM is not in Hong Kong.
Do you remember which line you said?
I forgot.
So there was
too much
one
punchline.
Irritating this guy. Confidence. E things.
INFJ. You F me?
No.
You're not. You're
You
rational.
see, this is the master. The master is at
No,
work
no,
now.
no,
the
no,
master
no.
is reading me.
A lot of people, they try to go after a definition of success. They feel like I have to do this kind of thing in
Yeah.
order to be successful.
So there must be a certain pattern and certain formula to get success.
Yeah, but then they started to copy, they started to
Yeah.
change themselves, they started to talk in a different way. After you try to make yourself like a circle, then you ended up there is no edge.
Wow, sounds like you are carrying a lot of weight with different kinds of personality.
Isn't that what leaders do? You don't expand your team.
Not all leaders. Don't expand my team.
Yeah, don't worry.
Advice from a person who have 120 people. Don't expand your team.
You're like sacrificing your life to them.
Don't expand your team. Don't run TOT so that he can be the best always.
Yeah,
So that,
It's a trap.
yeah, I wish I had sponsors though. Does BD want a sponsor?
You just need to go shirtless, then you can get sponsored. I know he wants to do that. You look well like this, though.
Yeah, just like this, right?
Yeah, without the head and above waist, under
This is
neck.
the truth. This is the truth. Okay, hi everybody. So today we have Mr. Nick Chan. Your Guangdong name is Chan Fu.
陳歡，
陳歡。你好，你知我識講廣東話冇？
我唔知，
唔知道吓。聽日呢度知咯。
真係㗎？
聽日。冇啦，少少啦。Okay, but I'm not gonna speak Canto because I suck at it. So let me introduce Nick. So this is the first time he heard me speaking Canto so far.
Yeah,
right?
actually legit. After 3 years, I didn't know you have this hidden
This
talent.
hidden
no?
talent, right? Now today I show it to you. Yeah. Okay. So just a little bit of introduction about Nick. Nick joined the industry in Hong Kong Manulife at a very very young age of 23, and he did his first COT in 6 months. I don't know, you're crazy. And then after that, he never ever did COT again. He did TOT ever since, and this is your what 10,000th TOT,
No. Seventh?
7th.
Yeah, seventh lah.
But this is including your double TOT or like no?
Yeah. So 6 time lor.
So he's very very strong in Hong Kong.
Time
and
flies
worldwide. Yeah, flies. You still look young lah. The first time I saw you until today, you still look the same.
Yeah, I feel like Singaporeans age so much faster than Hong Kong people. Is it because of the stress thing?
Huh? I don't know, man. Is it the food that you eat or the kind of life that you live? I don't know,
Probably
man.
because
Or is it your house flooded and you got
yeah.
some fu qi from there? I don't know.
沒有啦.
Singapore don't get flooding much.
No. Yeah, Singapore is too hot.
Yeah, so he started this agency name, BDE. You want to explain what BDE is?
Our name is Big Dick Energy. The reason why we do this is because when I first have my first batch, so we were just popcorning like names and ideas, and then we just scrolled up, and then on the internet it just suddenly pops up this name, and we're like, okay, that's a good name because it talks about like the kind of energy that you can transmit to people when you're in occasions. It's not too offensive, but at the same time you know what you're trying to do, and then like you have your own confidence, and that kind of confidence is not cockiness. It's not about like to overshine other people. So I think like even for me, when I enter the industry, there's a lot of assumptions, there's a lot of like stigmas, like there's a fear of like how people gonna see you, how people gonna treat you with your identity. So this is kind of like a hope. I want my guys to have this kind of big tech energy.
Confidence.
Yes, but it's not like I have to wear those kind of watches, like cars in order to show people that I'm worth something.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's more like as you talk, as you present yourself, as you present you being an agent or you being an advisor, you 100% committed and believe in what you're doing now. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, his agency name is BDE, Big
Mm.
Dick Energy.
Mm-hmm.
So he started BDE in 2020 and it has been growing very well. In fact, too well. So a
So
gauge
glad,
now.
so glad that AWM is not in Hong Kong.
Oh
Otherwise, we'll become second.
Yeah, so your team size is 120 now,
Now,
right?
yeah.
And you have over 50 MDRT qualifiers with 13 COTs last year and 4 to 5 TOTs.
Yes,
right?
including myself.
Yep, including himself. And he's also the youngest director of HK Manulife in history.
Yeah.
And
How long does it go on?
last one. You see, this person is so impatient.
Sorry.
I just found out yesterday that he's the regional director of Manulife Hong Kong.
Yeah, I just got promoted.
How does that even happen?
In Gen Law? Yeah,
Accidental,
it's accidental.
So you just got
you
promoted?
just go into the office and then your title suddenly change.
Oh, okay. So the CEO just say, I appoint you and that's it.
I mean, like, as you go longer in the industry, you just realize that title is just a name, right? Like, it doesn't really like change what you do on a daily basis. It doesn't really change the style that you lead. I think for me, it's more on, just companies' expectations, and then like they give you a bigger title. Those like expect you to run more, though.
Yeah. So you're too capable for people.
No
choice but to appoint you, right?
You know, I think like sometimes the appointment is a trap too. Like they want to trap you to
Hong
do
Kong
more.
Manulife, if you are watching this.
I mean, it's real. Like as long as we are, I don't know if you're thinking like this. Like as long as we are in the game for a while, sometimes it feels like a rat race too. Right, you're just consistently like running, and then people expect you more because every company looks for growth, right?
Yeah.
This year, well, Alvin, you do COT. Next year, you have to do TOT, and then like endlessly a double TOT, hopefully triple TOT. But in the pace of running, there's sometimes that you just feel like, okay, what's the purpose behind it? Yeah. So I think having the appointment is cool, but it's also
stressful.
It's also like a warning sign too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned rat race. I think for most of us, we'll think that being an advisor is not really a rat race. It's in fact escaping the rat race. Yeah. So I think there's a point for existing advisors to note. You might be in a race. I don't know. Yeah. So maybe Nick, you can take us back a little bit. You have become so successful in the past 6 years in this industry. Who were you before becoming an agent in Hong Kong, and what kind of life were you leading before all these things happened?
So I graduated in 2016. So I studied School of Journalism and Communication. So I was supposed to doing what the guys behind the camera are doing, like filming, interviewing people. And that was part of my job right after college. So I was in television for 2 years. I was doing like sports program. So I would be the one who's interviewing like athletes in Hong Kong. I went to like Asian games with them, and it was fun. I think every time when I look back, I feel like my past has equipped me to become who I am today. So that's why I always, when I talk to new advisors, when I talk to like new people in my team, I will always tell them to look back. Because I told them that actually a lot of people, when they go into the industry, they will feel like, okay, it's a brand new identity. I'm doing something so much different from what I used to do. And they try to like to brand themselves or try to like change themselves into a new person. They feel like I have to be that kind of guy. I have to be that kind of successful agent. I have to look up to my leaders, which is not a bad thing. But at the same time, for me, I think back then, because I was a journalist and life was very just dynamic, and I get trained a lot on like how I present myself, how I'm able to communicate with different people, and I was being put in a lot of different circumstances, and just being in different occasions that you have to be multitasking. Your stamina has to be good, high tolerance, high stress. So I think all those kind of elements has actually boiled up to a point that I feel like when I'm looking for my next career, I want to try to blend in everything that I have to make it an advantage of what I'm going to do next, which is becoming an advisor. So I think, yeah, so there's a lot of similarities. And I wouldn't say personally I've changed a lot in terms of character, but of course I grew up in maturity. But I think in terms of like the vibe, the working pattern, because back in the television days we were always on call too. So work is it's very like 24/7. It's like always ready. And then when we're on trips, when we're on Olympic games, and we're always like working 24/7. Yeah.
Okay. Seems like you're very natural in this career because of the kind of experiences that you had back then. Just now you mentioned something about transforming yourself to be a new person when you are entering this industry. Is there a fine line where you draw between enhancing who you are and completely changing yourself? How do you define that?
Okay. I think it really depends on a word called your roots. So a lot of people, I'm not against on enhancing, I'm not against on getting better, but there is a lot of people, even in BD, I will observe as they're trying to alienize themselves. They're trying to be like, I don't want to be that kind of guy. I want to be a complete new guy, which in a lot of their friends, their like people group, how they perceive it is that you're faking it.
Okay.
Or you try to be someone that you're not. And that's in some way turns a good thing into a bad thing, because a lot of people, they are scared of their friends becoming an agent is because they will change dynamically. Right? They'll become someone who they're not. Let's say like you used to hang out with me like until update, and then suddenly you become like a 5 a.m. person. You're like wake up and then work out. I'm not trying to say anyone now.
Who are you saying?
We all know. Okay. I mean, like, if everyone's trying to be like him, then it's gonna be weird, right? You're gonna lose your personality in some way. People like him for him because maybe he has always been this kind of discipline. I'm not against discipline once again, but I'm talking about like a lot of people, they try to go after a definition of success. They feel like I have to do this kind of thing in order to be successful.
So there must be a certain pattern and certain formula to get success.
Yeah, but then they started to copy, they started to change themselves, they started to talk in a different way, which I think in some point, it will make people feel like, I actually don't know you. I mean, like, so it's really hard. It will increase the difficulty for that person or that advisor to go back to their original group, because they lost the language, they lost the similarities already. You know.
Okay. So it's a very nice segue to our next topic, which is so you have shared with me that in the past 2 years we have used this thing called MBTI. How does, maybe for the audience who doesn't know what MBTI is, maybe you could just explain in your terms, in your perspective, what it does, and how did it help you as a leader of 100 over advisors? How did it help you to communicate their strengths to them and their weaknesses to them, and how do you help them with this way of identifying their strengths and weaknesses to make them a better person, advisor?
Well, that's a long question. Am I going to give like an hour
monologue
speech?
now? It's a monologue now.
Okay, I think what's your MBTI? You're an ISTJ.
FJ.
FJ.
Yeah.
ISFJ.
INFJ.
INFJ.
Yeah.
You F meh?
Yeah.
You're not. You're
You
rational.
see, this is the master. The master is at
No,
work
no,
now.
no,
The master is reading me. Is a fortune teller. 算命师.
No lah, it's not about.
That was my last reading, really.
Oh.
Yeah, but maybe not accurate lah.
Like, since when you become F?
Wow,
Are you really like emotionally driven, man? I thought you're a very like rational guy.
Maybe when I was doing it, I was emotional.
Wow. Okay. This guy.
This guy is saying I'm not emotional.
Yeah.
Emotionless person. Cool.
Yeah, I thought that's how you address yourself. Right?
我是这样的人吗？
Okay, I think like just to be honest, like I used to be very against of like using character tests, personality tests to frame people, because I always feel like, okay, how in the earth that you can put people into just 16 brackets, right?
Yeah.
But I think as I grow older, and I think, and especially these days, like there's a lot of people talking about like self-awareness, talking about like getting to know more about yourself. And the reason why I'm in touch with MBTI is because there was a period of time that I felt like I kind of know myself, but I also don't know myself.
Okay.
And especially when related to the topic that we were talking about, in the industry, there is a lot of voice.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like doing well, then a lot of people try to give you like opinions.
Yeah.
They started to give you like more like suggestions.
Yeah.
And then you feel like, oh, do I have to change? Do I have to like modify this, modify that? And sometimes in the bad days, it will become very frustrating.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of advisors also receive more rejections and more like frustration rather than just empowerment.
Yeah.
So I think having the MBTI actually helps you clarify that there is something that I'm good at.
Okay.
So instead of like just always pointing towards what I'm not good at and trying to improve, why don't I enhance?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like taking your 7 out of 10 to make it a 9 or 10 out of 10.
Yeah, because I feel like there was a theory like this. I want to ask you like, would you rather choose improve or you would choose specialize?
Specialize.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Because I do see a lot of agents, they try to make themselves as all round as possible.
Okay.
But to be honest, like after you become like, 就是, after you try to like make yourself like a circle, then you ended up become there is no edge. But for MBTI, I think it helps me to get to understand a lot of my colleagues better, and I'm able to affirm them. Let's say you're a T guy. I mean, the industry needs someone who is rational too. It doesn't mean that you cannot be a good leader, but you just have to know that sometimes when you talk about when your teammates come to you with like feelings, with trying to get comfort, don't just straightly go to solution.
Yeah.
Give them a break, and then it helps me to give some kind of feedback, but it's not necessarily like, oh, then you have to become an F so that you become successful.
Okay.
You should retain your T, and then you should retain, let's say, N and S is like N is more like on a concept, on a more broad way kind of view. S is very practical. They always like to know about step by step how practicality is very important to them. So they just have to be more aware of when an S leader talking to an N guy, to them, it might be too micromanage.
Okay.
But then to them, it might be like, oh, I haven't told you the details yet. Then you already know, say you know, but you actually don't know that. I want to tell you. Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be miscommunication. So I think after getting to know more about MBTI, it actually helps people to find out that what I'm good at and how I should be communicating with one another.
So previously, just now you mentioned something along the lines of not compartmentalizing or categorizing people into that 16 permutations, right? So how do you deal with that? Because I think there are some times where a logical person can also be emotional. Is there such thing as a functional
E, functional
N? Is there such a thing?
I would say more on the first letter, so IE. So I have a lot of introvert guys. They can be functional E.
There's no such thing as A, right? Ambivert, no, right?
I don't think so.
Intro, extro, and MB, no?
No. Yeah, but I think, of course, like, we're human, so everything is fluid. So I'm a very F guy, but at the same time, I can be T sometime too. So it doesn't mean that if I'm in that framework, then I'm all forever that framework.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like it's more on getting to know. So I because I have a lot of advisors in my team who are from other like older agencies.
Actually, just curious, are your agency, most of them are I or E's?
I think we have half but some of our top producers they're I.
Oh, interesting.
Which is surprising, right? You thought like we were a people business.
And I thought that you will attract a lot of E's.
No, actually a lot of I's come to me because so that they can rest. I'm the big E, so I help them do all the talking.
Okay.
So they do my left
just
brain
like what I'm
and
doing
right
now,
brain. Yeah.
Just like what I'm doing now, I'm an I.
Yeah. And but I think one thing I want to add was so I have a lot of advisor who is from other agencies previously.
Yep.
And after they get to know the MBTI more, they know why they didn't work with their previous manager. Because the channel wasn't clicked.
Okay.
Because the way of the way of communication wasn't match. That's why the result doesn't work out well.
Do you think a lot of leaders in our industry or any management role, they are trying to lead the way they want to be led?
Yes.
Could that be a possibility? Or is it the 老土 or like old fashioned? They just want to follow old ways that work.
I think in deep down they wouldn't address themselves as old fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why it seems like old fashioned is because they're trying to manage like different people under the same method.
So it's easier on the leader.
Yeah, it just makes it easier on
Okay.
the leader, because if I set the same rules, if I set the same tone, everyone's follow the same track, then for me as a leader, then it will be the easiest law.
Kind of like a cookie cutter
Yes,
copy paste system.
yes.
So 比较容易 lah, it's easier on the leader. Okay.
But it usually doesn't work, because I think nowadays even with social media, like what we're doing right now, things got more and more personalized.
Yeah.
So if your management style is still based on like cookie cutter, then your agency will just be the same. And then you will lose the spotlight. You will lose like characters. You will lose like superstars. Yeah. You don't see people like you, lor.
Okay,
But
I think that's a compliment.
No, but I think is it a Singapore thing that because that you guys do military, so you guys are more
maybe
more okay with orders, law.
But we are also in the same Asian context, right? Hong Kong is more Asian than Singapore. Actually, is that true? I don't know.
No way. I think I think Singapore
more Asian than Hong Kong.
Asian than Hong Kong.
We should do a poll. Do you think Singapore or Hong Kong is more Asian?
I think Singapore guys, like, no offense, you guys are more like.
I'm taking offense right now. Be careful.
More like, I'm trying to find the right word. More like disciplined, no?
Oh, that's a good way.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
Yeah, because like you guys have a more like standard kind of like a role to and definitely just said like graduating poly high school and then like go to college and then like army and then like BTO and then like get married and then like have kids.
You're more Singaporean than I think actually. You know too many of these things.
Yeah, I know, like I'm like, you guys are the same. But I also understand like the difficulties of jumping out of that expectation and then look to because I you know, like last year I went to Antarctica. So I met a group of Singaporean guys.
Are they all the same? Copy paste?
No, and then like one of the girls, she was sharing like she quit her job and took a 1-year career break and then go to travel the world.
Wow.
And then the other girls was like, "What? You're so brave!" And then like she was like, "Yeah, actually, she's also a Chinese." And then like she said like, "Yeah, struggle a lot and how to explain to the parents and then like also to the older brothers and to the former boss on like why this decision is not a dumb decision." So I feel like you guys have a lot more on expectation. And to be honest, like if people wants to jump into our field, I feel like the fear of getting judged and then the fear of
it's always there.
Yeah, it's even bigger than in Hong Kong, lor.
Yeah. Actually, do you remember one? Okay, you probably don't remember our 45-minute meal in Hong Kong 2 years ago. Do you remember?
The breakfast?
So there was one thing that you mentioned to me that changed
45 minutes.
Yeah, we only met for 45 minutes.
Yeah, and then
少过1个小时, less than 1 hour.
Was it like a pivoting moment in your career?
Yeah, it was. Do you remember which line you said?
I forgot.
So there was
too much punchline.
Irritating this guy. Confidence, things.
Okay.
Yeah, but there was one thing that you mentioned that really struck me, which was, do you know why you're not able to get to COT? Do you remember what you said?
I forgot.
You said this line, which is because my perspective of getting there is based on so and so's footpath, and if I don't identify myself as how that person behaves or the habits that the person has, I will not be able to get there. And I think that is very relevant in this context, which is, doesn't mean a certain person succeeded a certain way, we must copy those footsteps. And that got me to work a lot smarter. So thanks to you for that 45 minutes meal. What was it? ADC, right?
Yeah, it was like back then. I think the point is you have to first embrace or you have to first feel like I could be a COT or I could be a TOT. And then as your mindsets change, as your mentality change, then your whole perspective on seeing what kind of people group that you want to be in and who you want to talk to, what kind of communities you want to circle yourself around with, and what kind of books, what kind of channels you want to subscribe, and how you're going to upgrade yourself. Everything changes once you embrace your new identity. So I think that was the key needs to break through. Yeah.
How do you find that for yourself, your identity? Because I mean, it has been 7 years and you took a 1 month holiday to Antarctica. Do you find anything? I mean, there must be a reason why you do that. Is that how you find your new identity and like refine yourself all the time?
I think I was having a burnout like last year after like being the poster boy for like 6 years, like because as I said, like once you do well, I think this industry is very cruel. If you do bad, you got regarded as trash lah.
Yeah.
And when you do well, then you're regarded as the golden boy, and then like
Yeah.
people keep like feeding their expectation to you. Like everyone, just random people can come here and say, "Wow, you can do it lah, lah, wow, TOT lah," and then like, and somehow as in the Asian culture settings, you suck it in. You feel like even you don't actually care that person, you don't actually care that
take it
person's
in,
comment, then you'll be like, okay, I couldn't let people down, or like,
Yeah.
我就不喜欢你看这样看我。
Yeah.
So you take in all the rage and everything. So that was me for the past 6 years, and even when I look back, I'm thankful. There's no regret. But in 2024, there was a period of time that I lost my purpose because it become. How did I find out is that it become less joy. It become less just fulfilling when I go into office every day, when I meet people, and your energy can light.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. If something is off, something is off. So there was a time that I decided to take a break, and I feel like if I don't realign my purpose, if I don't really see the why behind what I'm doing, then I couldn't go even further. So I decided to take a 1 month break off, and it was really refreshing. It was really like, just rejuvenating in a way that it just reminds me once again, like, okay, Nick, now that you're 30 years old, going up to the next 10 years, then what do you want to achieve? Like how many lives do you want to impact? Because I mean, like for me, being an advisor is not only a career for me, it's more like a mission. Like, the reason why I'm doing this in this kind of extent, or in this kind of like chasing after this kind of success, is because I believe that it gives me a lot of right to influence other people. Like when you become somebody, then what you said, how you act, actually empowers people around you. So I think that was one of my motivation, and it's also get redefined. And now that I want to come back to the battle and then like fight better, because I can see the weight and I can see the importance of, if I'm doing well, I'm able to empower so many young people in Hong Kong that they can have a bolder, they can have a even more courage in terms of trusting their future. Yeah.
Okay. So just now you mentioned that your words weigh a lot. How do you constantly say the right things to the right people? Because I think it's not easy, right? Sometimes we just want to be ourselves and we just want to express ourselves, but sometimes maybe we accidentally say something that, you know, have a adverse impact on maybe your guys, your agents, your advisors. How has that way of leadership transcend or bring you to greater heights?
I think in our BDE culture, we have a phrase called "speak truth with laughter." Like we will, like whenever we see observations and then we do want to give feedbacks, we'll first ask for approval. I'll be like, "Oh, Elvin, I observed some of the stuff. I mean, like, it doesn't. If you're not like, if your plates are too full right now, it's okay that I don't say it now. But the reason why I'm saying it is because I do trust our relationship, and then like, I do feel like there are stuff that if I'm able to see you grow more, then I'm sure that you can achieve more. So we'll ask for approval first, and if that guy was okay, then we'll try to talk, point towards more on like the thing, but instead of being very personal. And I always told my leaders that always leave with an actionable plans. Like, if I were you, might take some of the actions A, B, C, and then try to end the conversation with a lot of appreciation and also encouragement too. And I think that's how, when sometimes, because as we become top producers and top leaders, our words really carry weight, right? It could either build and either destroy a person, right? So try to, even sometimes when you have good intentions, Like you say it like as if you really want to care,
Yeah.
but the choice of words, the wrong timing.
It's like a passing remark to you. But it
Exactly.
might appear something else.
Yeah.
Right.
So try to have that kind of framework, lor.
Actually, on this, do you ever sit down and think to yourself, is there any MBTI that is super challenging to guide and super challenging to mentor, like anybody?
Wow.
Is there like a particular ENFP, IN, or whatever combination that is the toughest to communicate with and to guide?
I think for me, one of the tougher one is INTP. Yeah. Okay, the
Okay.
reason why I'll tell you, the reason why is because they are not very expressive.
Okay.
Because they are I ma.
So poker face, all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Okay.
So and then like, but NT is that they do concept stuff and then they're very rational. So usually all the INTP are very smart. So what happened is that they always feel like I'm very smart, but I'm not gonna share with you my perspective. I'm gonna just watch you die. If they don't have the relationship, they feel like it's not none of my business. Then we'll watch you die.
Yeah.
Because they're also very adaptive too. So
Mm.
I have two INTP. I'm not gonna say their names. In my team, they're top producers, but
Okay.
they will watch the Fire Burn song at the same time too.
Okay. Whose fire is this? Like
Huh?
other people.
Yeah. So sometimes when BD stuff happen,
Yeah.
they also they're very observant, so they know the ship is gonna sink.
But they just keep it to themselves.
Yeah. Sometimes, or you have to invite them, no.
Okay.
You have to give them like a crown. It's like, okay, now I want your advice, and then, but I mean, if there's being on a top producer role, it's okay.
Yeah.
But it gets worse when they become someone's leader, because it
Okay.
always feels like, I give you the concept, I give you the
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
You don't. Why don't you do it?
Yeah.
That means that you're dumb people, lor. Yeah. So
To them, you're
yeah,
dumb,
to them you're dumb lah.
Okay.
You're really dumb lah. And then like, because they feel like, okay, I give you the concept, I'm very rational, so I give you steps. But the part that they miss out is that the emotional part, lor.
Okay.
So sometimes the advisor know the right answers. I don't know if you have in situations that you don't want to listen right answers, because I also know the right
I'm the right
answer.
one,
I
yeah.
also know the right answers,
Yeah.
but I just don't want to do it, lor. Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the most challenging.
I think INTP is challenging.
How do you overcome
Morris,
Oh.
INTP.
that? The mic is here. Okay. So how do you guide them? Patience, humbling moments, wait for them to crash and burn just like what they do to other people, or is there like a formula that you apply for this challenging group?
I think for them, because they likes to argue, things for them has to make sense.
There you go.
Yes. So sometimes you have to willingly go through it sounds like a debate, which in the beginning I hated it. I feel like, why do we always have to like distinguish who is right and who is wrong? But later on I know that this is how they learn. Because after they learn and then they formulated it, then next time they will do better. So I think patience, one of the things, you have to be tough enough to debate with them.
And knowing that it's not gonna hurt the relationship.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I think also knowing that they actually wanted to be liked and wanted to be loved too. So you have to be
They are still humans lah.
yeah lah, true lah. So
Okay.
sometimes they hate themselves for being like very rational too. So you have to be aware lor. Yeah.
Wow, sounds like you are carrying a lot of weight with different kinds of personality.
Isn't that what leaders do? So don't expand your
Not
team.
not all leaders. Don't expect my team.
Yeah, don't
Advice from a person who have 120 people.
So,
Don't expand your team.
you're like sacrificing your life to them.
This shall be the start of the video. Don't expand your team.
Yeah.
Don't expand your team. Don't run TOT.
So that he can be the best always.
Yeah.
So that
It's a trap.
how do you unwind with so much on your shoulders? What do you do in free time? You can
Sports.
sing, you can dance.
No.
This fella can do anything. Like
No,
he can
don't.
dance, he can sing,
I
he can
don't.
play the piano, he can do well, he can do double TOT, maybe triple this, I don't know. He can lead a strong team. What can you not do? See, don't have.
No lah. I think sometimes ever since I came back from Antarctica, I'm more aware of like how I should be able to get rest. So now I will like take more time to really like do sports, and like not that I need to be super fit like you I don't do like those kind of real like those kind of IG stories.
Now you're just shitting on me now.
But then I feel like, yeah, that's for you. If that's like meditating, then that's good enough. But for me, it's more like, okay, I want to like just unplug myself from the work.
Yeah.
And this year, I have something new. I moved out. I moved out from my parents' home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's not that I don't like staying with them, but I just feel like having that kind of me space, and then like having that kind of just
being able to communicate with yourself, I think that helps me a lot this year. Yeah, I'm now more like emotional stable. Yeah, because sometimes when you go home and then mom like asks you to drink soup and then like those kind of things, and like, why 做乜咁攰啊? And like, why are you so tired?
Yeah.
And then you have to explain, and then the thought of that you have to explain is already very
tiring.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you are taking more time to meditate, self-reflect.
Yeah. And I travel a lot, and then now I travel to speak. So every time when
How much do you even travel? It seems like you're never in Hong Kong.
I think I traveled 11 times this year already.
And it's start of July.
Yeah.
It's the 2nd of July, by the way. 11 times. That's like twice every month.
Yeah. I came to Singapore twice already.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, last time you came
That was when? March?
You only brought me to a breakfast place.
I'll do better.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go? Fly in the sky?
Yeah. Is it allowed in Singapore?
Yeah, we're flying. Fly high.
Yeah, but every time, I mean, like Singapore is a second home now.
It's really good. Every time when I come back, I see you guys like grow up, doing better, like, and some of them still the same old shit.
Shall not ask who?
No, but I feel like we are growing up together too. It's like
I always tell Wilfred that we are like cousins in like.
Apparently, you said the same thing as him just last week.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Telepathy.
Yes, that's crazy. Yeah.
So okay. After achieving so much, what's next for you? What's the next mountain you're climbing? You have been top everywhere. You have been a poster boy. You have been doing so much. What keeps you going? Because I mean, for most of the people, if let's say they are in your position, I think it's like a time to take a break or take our foot off the pedal. But you're in fact stepping harder, not working harder, but working a lot smarter with different initiatives. When I hear of your initiatives in Hong Kong, I'm just very impressed because it's really thinking out of the box. So what keeps you going all the time and doing all this throughout the year?
I think the past 6 years gives me a lot of confidence in terms of like how focusing on doing well actually gives you a lot of influence. So I think the next step would be trying to leverage on what BD has built over the years, and we try to like expand not just our agency, but our influence into tapping into different industry too. Like now we're trying to set up like cafes and like all those kind of things. Yeah. We're building a BD cafe.
BD cafe?
Yeah.
Hey, the time you mentioned you wanted to do a fashion magazine?
Yeah, no, a fashion line.
Line?
Yeah, we want to like, because our core backbone, our idea was to support local teenagers to do well in achieving their dreams. So we want to like maybe set up like a fund to help funds like those young people who are like going after what they want to do, like startups and those kind of things. Because I feel like even though it might not directly related to insurance or like what we're doing, like financial advisory, but I think it's gonna manifest too. Like it's gonna like just bring us up to the next level too. So yeah, probably that's what's happening in the next 10 years. Maybe BD Singapore, who knows?
Then AWM Hong Kong?
Oh yeah, can. Or maybe
then
like,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Cafe. Okay. I think that this is the last part. What kind of legacy are you building for yourself?
Whew,
Still so young, talking about
so
legacy,
young
right?
talking
Talking
about
as if you're 80 years old. You sound like an 80-year-old lah.
No, I don't.
So why?
No, you guys sound older than me.
Please stop it. We are in Singapore. That's who we are.
Yeah, true. Yeah, always giving the polite right answer. Yeah. Legacy. I don't know. I thought like if I'm able to impact people that I cross path with and really build relationship, really able to learn from one another, I think that's already the legacy. Yeah, I think it's not like I have to leave one thing or like one particular culture or one particular achievement that I've done,
Mhm.
but it's more on like if I'm able to or impact that person, if I'm able to impact this guy, if I impact that group, and they're able to live up and then expand and then like just flourish, and then I think that's the kind of legacy that I want to leave now.
So seeing people grow all the
Yeah,
time and having the name that Nick is someone that helps people flourish to their maximum potential.
Yeah, whenever I scroll IG, I see like Tinny, and then I would be like, whoa, he's doing well, and I'm really happy for him now.
Okay, right. Last question.
Mm.
So if let's say, okay, because I think a lot of people in our industry, they are finding their way to success. If let's say today, right, Nick is a new 23-year-old again, and finding his definition of success and how he should work, bring yourself down to a 0 MDRT, COT, and TOT. How will you formulate that path for yourself? Assuming you start from 0 today. How will you do it?
I think so if you are like really puzzling or struggling with doing well now, I think first off, go back to the reason why you picked the industry and why you wanted to be an advisor. And there's a drive, there is a motivation that is originate like from you and from your past, and I think it gives you a lot of clarity and strength too on like why am I gonna do this. I think the why is the most important point because it carries on like when you go out and meet people, when you talk about like, oh, when you get like judged or like when you get asked or like why you become an advisor, then you have to answer the questions, right? So if you are able to answer it with not necessarily like pride or carry a lot of weights, but then like having your own version of why, I think that's gonna touch people's heart. And at the same time, like on the practical side, is that go back to your past 10 some or like 20 some years of life and try to collect the network that you had, the skill set that you learned, and then the past stories that you have, because these things are gonna help you to find your target market. Like I do have people that mid career switch and then like they struggle in the first year, and I told them that, hey, why don't you should go back to your ex friend group of this kind of people, because if you're able to find people that who appreciate you, it helps you to do better. So yeah, and also find a good coach law.
You mean yourself?
No. If you're in Hong Kong, then you can find me. If you're in Singapore, you can find Alfred.
See who's giving the right answers.
Sponsored by
Nobody.
Yeah.
I wish I had sponsors though. Does BD want a sponsor?
You just need to go shirtless, then you can get sponsored. Right?
See, thinking out of the box. You're
Yeah,
right. You're right.
I don't know this guy like
Random.
yeah, very like not reserved and not reserved at the same time. I know he wants to do that.
We're in Singapore.
Yeah,
I'm not in Hong Kong.
No, go modeling lor. Then you get
Please.
sponsor.
Huh?
No, I think you look well like this lor.
Yeah, just like this, right?
Yeah, without the head and above waist under
This is
neck.
the truth. This is the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's finding the right person to follow and going back to the reason why you joined in the first place.
Always go back to the reason why.
And finding people that give you energy all the time so that we don't feel negativity.
Hey, last point, I feel like a lot of people put their worth and their identity and then their feel based on how people see them. So the reason why I told people to go back to their why is because that should be your feel. And if you place your stuff on people's stuff, like people's expectations, people's values, people's like practice, like people's judgments, and whenever people collect that, then you have no base. Yeah. So your feel has to be coming out from you.
That's a very deep and hard thing to find, which is why you are reflecting and meditating always lah. Okay. I think today that will be all for this episode. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah,
Chan Foon, right?
Yeah. Then now we go for a swim.
Thanks, bro.